My name is Kerry Wyer. I'm a teacher and speech pathologist and have had many years of experience working with children with learning difficulties. I have designed this phonics program to assist children in learning to read and spell. For the young child, the transition from learning to speak and listen to competence as a reader and writer can be a difficult and slow process. To read, spell and write, the child needs a new language awareness, an awareness that a sentence is made up of words and words are made of sounds that are represented visually by letters. So at the beginning of the session with the child, I would show them a series of sentences like this. So the first sentence there, my name is Jasmine. That's a sentence. I am 6 years old is another sentence. I go to school is another sentence, and I am in year 1 is another sentence. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4 sentences. So let's look now at one of the sentences. So let's count the number of words in this sentence here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is a sentence and there are 5 words in this sentence. If we take a word from one of those sentences, then I would look at that word with the child in slightly more detail. That word is ears. And then we would talk about the number of letters in that word. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 letters in the word. We've come from sentence to words and now to the letters that are in the word. And then we talk about those letters having a sound. So the letter has a name, but it also has a sound. So then I introduce the sounds to the children. First of all, I talk to them about the different colours of sounds that we've got. So we've got our brown sounds, we've got our purple sounds, our pink sounds, our blue sounds, our red sounds, our green sounds, and our orange sounds. And I talk to the children about the main differences between these sounds. So this is a different group. These sounds here are the vowel sounds, and they are made with no obstruction of the air coming out through the outgoing breath stream. All of these sounds here are all called the consonant sounds. And sometimes if that's a difficult word for the children to say, I might clap that word in its syllables. So I'd go consonant. So these are the consonant sounds. So let's look first at one of the groups of the consonant sounds. And I usually start with the nose sounds first. On the back of this manner of articulation card, because this is the manner in which these sounds are made, they come out through your nose. There is a gesture on the back for each of the sounds. So there's a gesture for the a gesture for the and a gesture for the sound. So let's look at our first sound, the motorbike sound. So that sound is and that is made with the lips together and the sound coming out through the nose. And if we block the nose as we say that sound, then it stops the sound altogether. So we'll go block our nose and that stops the sound. The second nose sound is the sound, and that is made again with the sound coming out through the nose, but for this sound we have the tip of our tongue up. This sound here, the third nose sound, is the sound, and with that sound we have the back of our tongue up and the tip of our tongue or the front of our tongue down. So there are 3 nose sounds. Moving on then to the next group of sounds, which are called the lifter sounds. So that is the manner of articulation of these sounds, is that they're made with the tip of our tongue lifted up. And on the back of this card we've again got our gestures to be used when making the sounds. So the first sound here is the lollipop sound, and that sound is oh, and that's made with the tip of our tongue up behind our top teeth. This sound, the sound, again is a lifter sound with the tip of the tongue lifted up, and it's curled up on the roof of the mouth to say So there are two lifter sounds. The next group of sounds are the blue sounds, the gliding sounds. When these sounds are made, the lips move from one position to another. So they're gliding, they're called gliding sounds. And there's three of these sounds, and the gestures again are found on the back of the manner of articulation card. The first sound, the W sound, is made with the lips coming forward. W. The next sound, the Y sound, we call the yawning sound, and that is made with the lips forward. And the last sound is the H sound, which is made with the mouth open. So there we've got our W, Y, H sounds. The next group of sounds that I usually look at are the stop sounds. So the manner of articulation of these sounds is that when these sounds are made, the air is actually stopped as it's coming out through the mouth. And again, you'll find the gestures for each of those sounds on the back of each card. These sounds are slightly different to the ones that we've just been doing because they have a voiceless and a voiced component to them. So let's look. The first one is our T sound, and that is made with the tip of the tongue up. The sound that goes together with that sound is the D sound, and that's a voice sound. Again, it's made in exactly the same way as the T. They have the same mouth position. They have the same action occurring within the mouth with the tongue coming up behind the top teeth. This sound is a voiceless sound, T. This sound we turn on the noise in our throat as we say this sound. It's called a noisy sound, and that sound is D. The next two sounds that we'll look at are the K and the G. Looking at the K first, that sound is made with the back of the tongue up. K. And the sound that goes with that is the G, which is again made with the back of the tongue up. And if we have a look at how those sounds go together, we've got the same mouth position. This sound is K, which is quiet, and this is the noisy sound that goes with that. It's the G. The last two of the stop sounds, this sound is P and is made with the lips together, and the sound that goes together with that is the B sound. So looking at those two sounds, we've got the same manner of articulation. The lips are going together. This sound, P, is quiet, B is noisy. Let's listen to those quiet sounds. T, K, P. And now we'll listen for the noisy sounds. D, G, B. So there are stop sounds. The next group of sounds we're going to be looking at are what I call the friction sounds or the blowing sounds. These sounds last for quite a long time when you make them, so you can call them blowing or friction sounds. So as opposed to the last group of sounds that we just did where the sound is stopped as it comes out through the mouth, these sounds last for a long time. So they're sounds, for instance, like where we have the tongue out, and that sound is going on for quite a long length of time. Another one of those blowing sounds is the sh sound. The lips are forward for this sound. Shh. Another blowing sound is the s sound, which is made with the teeth together. The sound that goes together with that is the Z sound, and that again is made with the teeth together. This sound being the quiet sound, S, Z, the noisy sound. The next blowing sound is the F sound, and that is made with the teeth on the bottom lip. The sound that goes together with that is Again, we've got our teeth on our bottom lip, and we can see that those sounds go together. So I'm going to say the quiet sounds there for you now, the quiet blowing sounds. S, sh. And the noisy sounds that we have here are z, We'll look now at the vowel sounds, and we're only doing the short vowel sounds with this deck of cards. And on the back of that card, that manner of articulation card, you will find the gestures for each of these sounds. The first sound is our A sound, and that's a smiley sound, and that is made with a smile. A. The next sound is E, and that's our finger sound, and that can be made or is made in this program with our finger between our teeth. E. The next sound is our I sound, and in this program we use our fingernail between our teeth to show that's a tiny sound. The next sound is our O sound, and we call that a round sound, and we'll move our finger around in a circle around our mouth as we make that sound. And the last sound is the A sound, which is a wide open sound, and we show that by opening our hand wide as we make that sound. So we've got our A, E, I, O, A. Now we're going to have a look at all the sounds and the gestures that we make with the sounds. So remember, we're seeing the letter, we're hearing the sound, we're feeling where the sound is made in the mouth, and we're also making a gesture that's associated with the card. So we'll look at our nose sounds first, and remember there were 3 nose sounds. Our first one was our sound, which we call the motorbike sound. When we make that sound, the sound comes out through our nose. If we block our nose, the sound will stop, which stops the sound. The noisy nose sound is made with the tip of our tongue up. The next nose sound is the ring the bell sound, and it's made with the back of our tongue up, and that sound is Let's look at our lifter sounds. When we make these sounds, there are 2 of these sounds. The tip of our tongue is lifted at the front. The first one is the lollipop sound, and we pretend we're licking a lollipop, and our tongue goes up at the front. The next one we call the lion roaring sound. That's the sound, and our tongue curls up in our mouth. The next sounds are our gliding sounds, and there are 3 of these sounds. The first one is the W sound, made with our lips coming forward, and we call that the windscreen wiper sound. W. The next one is our yawning sound, and that's made with our lips coming forward. Y. The next one is the H sound, and we call that a hopping sound. The stop sounds. The first sound is our toe tapping sound, It's a voiceless sound and it's made with the tip of our tongue up. And we tap our toe as we make the sound. The next sound is the digging sound. It's a voiced sound and we make that sound with the tip of our tongue up, and it's a voice sound, the digging sound. The next sound is the kicking sound. That's a voiceless sound. It's made with the back of our tongue up and we kick our leg as we make the sound. The next sound we call the gargle sound. It's the G sound. It's made with the back of our tongue up and we pretend to be gargling as we make that sound. G. The next sound is our lip popping sound, made with our lips together. P. It's a quiet sound. This sound is also made with our lips together. It's called the bouncing ball sound. It's a noisy sound. B. Let's look at our blowing sounds or our friction sounds now. The first sound that we made was the TH sound, which is the angry goose sound. It's made with our tongue out. The next one is the quiet sound, made with our lips forward. Shh. The next sound is the snake sound, made with our teeth together. The next one is the voiced sound, which we call the zipper sound. The next sound is the fishing sound, which is a quiet sound. It's made with our teeth on our bottom lip. Pretend to be reeling in a fish. The next one is the sound, the voiced sound. We call that the vacuum sound. It's made with our teeth on our bottom lip. The next two sounds are our stop and blow sounds. This sound is made, the ch sound is a voiceless sound. It's made with our lips forward and we call that the chocolate sound. Ch. And the voice sound that goes with that, again, we have fat lips when we make that sound, and we call that the juggling jelly bean sound, and that sound is j. Let's look at the short vowel sounds now. The first sound is the a, and we call that the smiley sound, a. The next one is e. We call that the finger sound, e. The next one is I, made with the fingernail between our teeth, I, the tiny sound. The next one is o, which is the round sound, o. And the last one is the wide open sound, which is the a. Often the a sound and the sound are confused. So what we do for that is take a look at that sound. We look at that sound side on so that we will go For the a, it doesn't open as wide and we go a. We can segment words into their separate sounds by using gestures to help us break the word up into its sounds. So the word bus is b, a, s. The word ship is sh, I, p. The word ring is I, The word dish is d, I, sh. The word thin is I, Let's try the word rung. Let's try the word ban. B, a, n. Let's try the word bag. B, a, g. Let's try the word lick. L, I, k. Thank you for listening.